Well, I always wanted to be a reporter when I was a teenager. I loved to read the newspaper. So I started working at the college paper called The Varsity at University of Toronto. And it was great because it came out 3 times a week. And I loved it. And I just would cover whatever they asked me to do. And then I decided to try and get into journalism school. But I had to go in Toronto just for financial reasons because that's where I'm from. Didn't get accepted, and so I went to law school instead. But I was so bored that I would work on in the evenings and on weekends for the Toronto Star, which was a big daily paper there. I'd freelance for them and, again, cover whatever they needed. And I just loved it. So I decided to, after a year, to quit law school and to focus on it full-time and try and get a full-time job. And I ended up getting a job as a young fashion reporter for the Toronto Star because that's all there was open. I mean, it seems like my career has always been in a recessionary time. Every time that I've had to find work, it's always been a recession. So it was a recession then too. So there weren't very many jobs. And so I knew nothing at all about fashion, but figured that was the job. So I'd learn, and I did. And did that for about 3 years and then ended up getting it. I really wanted to move to New York because I had a boyfriend who threatened to move to New York, and I got the idea of applying to Women's Wear Daily because it was a trade publication I read all the time. And they did not give me the time of day until I actually turned up in New York. And then they said, oh, okay, well, since you're here, then sure, come up. Turned out, though, that when I got there and they saw what I did, that they had a hard time finding young fashion writers at that time, too. So they offered me a job on the spot. And it was at Women's Wear that I made the transition to magazines because I would freelance, again, just to pay the rent for a Canadian magazine. It was a young fashion magazine called Flair, and I did a column for them every month from New York. And one day their editor up and quit. She just got, upset about something, so she quit, and they were desperate for an editor, and somebody recommended me. And I was like, wait, I'm 26 years old. I've never even worked at a magazine. How can I be the editor-in-chief? But it was such a growing field. It was new. People weren't doing fashion magazines. It makes it sound like it's ancient times ago, but it wasn't that long ago. There were that many. That Canada even had a fashion magazine, and this was really the first. So I had experience in fashion, so I ended up getting the job. So that's how I got started. That didn't happen till after I'd edited a lot of big magazines. After Flair, I edited YM, which was a teen magazine. And then I launched Marie Claire in the States. Then I was promoted to be editor-in-chief of Cosmopolitan, and from there I went to Glamour. And at Glamour, I ended up not getting renewed. And so I was, again, in the middle of a major recession and looking for work. And Us Weekly had been launched as a weekly. It had been a monthly magazine, and it really hadn't taken off yet. And so Jan Wenner was looking to, the editor-in-chief actually got a great job. He got a great job at Sports Illustrated as editor-in-chief, which is really what he was more interested in. So Jan Wenner was looking for an editor. I was unemployed. I'd always loved reading European celebrity magazines. There was nothing like them in this country, and I just thought, why wouldn't American women want to read something like that too? I want to. So I went and talked to Jan, and I actually created, like on my family room table, like cutting and pasting and then Xeroxing at Kinko, created like a whole bunch of pages for him of what I thought Us Weekly should be, and he loved it. So that's why I got into a celebrity magazine.